Hello, scholars. Um, this is the first weekend homework you have, so I want you to really pace yourself. You might want to start this on Friday so that you can finish up on Saturday or even Sunday. Today's video is a respond to data. It's respond to how you did on the CRQ that you took on Tuesday. Now, I'm going to show you what you need to do. So clearly, this is the CRQ. I'm literally going to do a video going over each problem and how to answer each problem. What you are going to do, step one, is watch video and take video notes. Step two is when you receive your quiz back, it will have a score on it, right? The circle problems, let's see. The circle problems mean they're incorrect. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at this video or look at your paper and you're going to edit your answer. And you're going to show your work, how I show my work to edit your answer. That's it. Then hopefully by then you have a better understanding of the problem so that you could do better next time. Or maybe you saw a different strategy and maybe you want to use another strategy. So let's get started. 6 times 4 is 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. 6 groups of 4. Each group is 6, added together 4 times, or multiplied by 4 is 24. 3 times 9. 9 3 times. 9, 18, 27. 8 times 6. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 group of 8 is 48. This says 294 divided by 6. 294 goes under the house. 6 goes outside of the house. Create your ratio table. 1 group of 6 is 6. 2 is 12. 3 is 18. 4 is 24. 5 is 30. 6 is 36. 7 is 42. 8 is 48. So how I can figure this out? Well, I know 48 plus 10 is 58. 58 minus 4 is 54. All right, let's do a song. It's this divided by this. Cover up, back up, got enough? No. Back up, got enough? Yes. Give the man a seat. You're giving him a seat under the 9. Count by 6, don't pass up 29. Go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Oops. Back up. A 4 pops up because 30 is too large. 29 is the largest it can go into. 4 times 6 is 24. How do I know that? Well, I can go to 4 groups of 6 and find 24. Hook your line, subtract, 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 subtract. 29 minus 24 is 5. Pull down one shade every time you pull down your shade, divide. You count by 6, don't pass up 54. Go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 49, 54. Stop. A 9 pops up. So 294 divided by 6 is 49. I could check my work. Oh, 49, 9 times 6 is 54. Book your line, subtract, 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 subtract. 54 minus 54 is 0. No remainder. I can check my work by multiplying my quotient by my divisor. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry this 5, bring down the 4. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 5 is 29. My product is the same as my dividend, so I know this is correct. Go ahead and pause if you need to. Then I'll move on. Now, when we read, first we want to read the problem. It says, what is the area of a parallelogram? Now, there are a few things I want to note. I want to note that area of a parallelogram is base times height. So when I look at this parallelogram, automatically I want to look for two things. I want to look for a base and I want to look for a perpendicular line connecting my base to its opposite side. So the perpendicular line that I see is 4 because this is a slant and we don't use slants. This is a slant and we don't use slants. So the only two numbers that we can use is 6 centimeters and 4 centimeters because my base connects my height at a perpendicular line and 90-degree angle. Then I know my base is 6 times my height is 4, and 6 times 4 is 24, but I must remember my units, centimeters squared. So B is 12 centimeters, that is incorrect. 22 is not 24, so that is incorrect. 30 is not 24, so that is incorrect. My answer is B. Go ahead and write this down. Pause it if you need to. Okay, let me move on. Question 6. So I want to read the problem. I always want to read the problem. It says select all triangles, area 45. So the four things I listed was select all. That means more than one answer. The next thing I wrote was triangle, area. And triangle area is base times height times 1/2, or base times height divided by 2. Formula is always important. And while I explain it, you'll see. Also, must be 45 square units. Okay. Now the A, B, C, D, and E. So what I want to do is I want to create some way to represent my findings. So I have A, B, C, D, and E. My formula is base times height divided by 2. So I know my base connects to its opposite vertex at 90-degree angle and creating perpendicular line. Okay, so A says, I see a lot going on in A, but I automatically know I have to find a base and a height. So I know that this is the base and this is the opposite vertex, and it connects at a 90-degree angle. So my base is 15. Well, I want to write my formula. Base times height divided by 2. My base is 15. My height is 13. I have to divide it by 2. 15 times 13 is 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 45. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 5, 9, 195. Now, if I divide 195 by 2, my answer will be greater than 45. So I know that's incorrect. Logically, 195 divided by 2, automatically 19 divided by 2 is 9. So I know that my answer will be 90 something, but I'm looking for 45. There's no way that's correct. Let's look at B. I need to figure out where my base connects to my height at a 90-degree angle. So I know I can't use this slant. My base is 9. My height is 8. So I want to write my formula. Base times height divided by 2. My base is 9 times 8 divided by 2. 72 divided by 2. 2 goes into 6. 2 goes into 7. 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2. 2 goes into 12. 6. 36. 36 is incorrect because I'm looking for 45. Let's look at C. My formula is base times height divided by 2. My base is 5. My height is 9 divided by 2. 5 times 9 is 45. Oh, this is a trick. Because I'm looking for 45. However, if I did not use my formula, I would have forgot that I need to divide by 2. And 45 divided by 2 creates a number less than 45. So C is incorrect. A lot of people put C, but they didn't think about the formula. Always use formula. Always use formula. All right, let's look at D. My base has to connect to my height at a 90-degree angle. Well, my base is 6. Well, first I want to write my formula. Base times height divided by 2. My base is 6. My height is 15 divided by 2. 6 times 5 is 30. And 5 times 15 is 3. So 33 times is 90. And 90 divided by 2 equals 45. Oh, that's correct. So D is correct. Let's look at E. My base has to connect to my height at a 90-degree angle. So my base is 9. I know that that is because the opposite side is its vertex, and it creates a perpendicular line at 90 degrees. A lot of people thought that this 4 was the perpendicular line for the base. However, this 4 only went here. This is the full base. So my formula is base times height divided by 2, and 9 times 10 equals 90, and 90 divided by 2, as we know, is 45 square units. So E is also correct. So my answers are D and E. Go ahead and pause to write your notes. I'm going to show you more. Go ahead and pause to write your note. This was a tough one because based on the data, only, I believe 19% of us only got this problem right. Oh yeah, this is 6. Only 17% of us got this right. 17%, which means that we all need to take notes on this. Okay. Question 7. Question 7 was also a tough one because only 29% of us, means 1 out of every 3-ish people passed. Okay, so let's look at this. It says an advertisement company designing a new logo, shaded triangle inside a parallelogram. Okay, I see that. I see a shaded triangle inside the parallelogram. I also know that each one of these boxes like this is 1 square unit. So it's like a grid that is not filled in. You see that? Okay. It says, what is the area, square units of parallelogram? A, B, C, D. So area of parallelogram A, B, C, D, E. So I need to look at the vertexes. A to B, B to C, all the way down here, C to D. No, A, B, C, D, not A. So that means they have to connect back up here. Okay. So now area of a parallelogram is base times height. So it looks like I have to find a base and I have to find a perpendicular line connecting my base to my height. Well, the only base I see is line DE, right? So line DE is base. And 1, 2, 3, 4. My base is 4 units. Now, my height is here, but there's a slant line. I know I need to create a perpendicular line creating a right angle connecting my base to my height. Oh, so I could go like this. That connected it. There's a 90-degree angle. So you see that? So now I can find my height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also find my height here, or here, because that connects my base to my height at a 90-degree angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my height is 6, and the area equals 6 times 4 equals 24 square units. So my answer is 24 square units. Let's look at the next one. It says Julie scores, okay, okay, on 7 chapter tests are displayed in the graph. What do they mean? Oh, okay, so I want to analyze graph. My x-axis represent my chapters. My y-axis represents my scores. Okay. Okay, so I see that. Oh, so that means like a chapter one was an 80, chapter two was somewhere between 70 and 80, so it was like a 75. Chapter three was a 90. Oh, that was a high score. Chapter four was a 60. Now that was a low score. Chapter five was a 70. Chapter six was not even in the half, so it's like an 82. Chapter seven was a 7. So based on looking at this, I could tell that my highest score was a 90, my lowest score was a 60, and Julia got two 70s. Now, what am I doing? It says on which chapter did she get the highest percentage? Hmm. So I know all these dots, each dot represents a score received on chapter test. Hmm. I know that this is the highest score. So and that's a 90. I need to go down and see what chapter that was. Oh, that was chapter 3. Oh, so the answer is A, chapter 3. If it was asking what test did she get the lowest score on, it would be chapter 4, because clearly there was a 60 and that's the lowest score. Go ahead and pause. All right. And we're at the final countdown. So, okay, let's analyze our graph. So the x-axis represents weeks. And the y-axis represents number of books read. Okay, cool. And the title is number of books read each week. Oh, so basically I could summarize the title and say, how many books did you read each week? Okay. So I want to read the problem. A student graphed the number of books read over several weeks as shown in the coordinate plane. Okay, I got that. In the first week, the student read a total of 4 books. So week 1, 4 books. Okay. In the third week, week 3, the student read 6 books. Okay. So what am I doing? It says which 2 points show this information. So which 2 points show week 1 at 4 books or week 3 at 6 books? So then it says select the 2 correct answers. So I know that there are 2 answers. Um, week 1, so I know the x-axis is week, so I want to go to week 1, and I want to go up to how many books you read in week 1. Oh, P. So week 1 is P. Week 1 is not point M. Oh, it's point P. Here it goes. So this represents week 1. Okay, so that's done. You see how I checked that off? Now week 3. Go to week 3 and see where the point lies. Oh, week 3, 6 books. Oh, that's S. So my answer is E, point S. Go ahead and pause and talk with your parents. Like, how did Mr. Ray analyze the graph? What important information did he write down? How was he able to use the graph to help him out? Overall, I'm very proud of you. Like, problems 6 and 7 were the lowest. On average, 70% of students got every other problem right. So I'm proud of each and every one of you, but I want to take you to the next level each and every time. So we want to make sure that we are writing down all of our notes. Parents, you want to make sure you're having these conversations with your child because what it's doing is it's helping them analyze and process information by having those conversations with you so that when they take these tests, they can have those conversations with themselves so that they can be able to process information quicker, thus helping them to get the correct answer and get it a lot faster. The brain is a muscle, and we must constantly practice and push ourselves to do better. Thank you all. Make sure you subscribe and tell your friends about this. If you have sixth grade friends or nieces and nephews that struggle, go ahead and send them my link. It will be dated on like what standards are possible. And let's just get this circulating so that every student across the nation in sixth grade at least gets help in math. Bye, guys. Well, bye, family.